The flashlight beam swept across the coal pile. I pressed my hand over my daughter's mouth. We held our breath. 1 more inch and we'd be finished. May 2019, Pyongyang. I was an associate professor of theoretical physics at Kim Il-sung University. To the outside world, I was just a scholar. But that spring, my life started crumbling. Professor, wait. My student Chol-soo stopped me in the hallway. He was talented, had an exceptional intuition for particle physics. Could I submit the seminar paper next week? My mother's ill. All right, I understand. That was our last conversation. A week later, Chol-soo didn't show up. Not for a month, not for 2. The university called it a voluntary transfer. But I knew. His father was caught smuggling near the Chinese border. Guilt by association. A talented 22-year-old vanished. After that, nightmares haunted me. Chol-soo calling my name from somewhere. Could I have saved him? No. If I tried, what would have happened to my family? Early June, the party summoned me. A research facility on Pyongyang's outskirts, heavily restricted. Comrade, the nation needs your knowledge. A middle-aged security officer led me to a basement meeting room. 5 scholars already sat there. Nuclear physics, fluid dynamics, materials engineering. This project is top secret. All calculations stay within this facility. The work was clear. Theoretical simulations to improve enrichment efficiency. Not direct weapons development. But everyone knew where my equations would end up. I couldn't tell my wife and my son. She worked as a pediatrician at Pyongyang Medical University Hospital. Our daughter Soo-jin, 11 years old, studied violin at the Mansudae Art Theater Music School. Dad, my teacher praised me today. She said my vibrato improved. Soo-jin smiled at dinner. I couldn't protect that smile. July, 2 Chinese experts arrived at the facility. Officially, technical consultants, but really checking our progress. Second day, lunch break, one pulled me into the corridor. Do you have access to international journals? He spoke quietly in English. I shook my head. If you need outside contact. He pulled out a small paper slip, an email address and a simple code phrase. I saw the word, Mozart. Why give this to me? Your eyes look different from the others. He turned away. I went to the bathroom, tried to flush the paper, but my hand wouldn't move. I crumpled it into my sock. Late August, research entered final stages. Hundreds of gigabytes of simulation data accumulated, plus personnel lists, facility blueprints, material procurement routes. One night, I brought an empty USB drive. My hands trembled. Was this the line that would end my life or save it? 3 minutes of copying felt like 3 hours. Only the monitor light flickered in the darkness. First week of September, the atmosphere changed. Security announced they'd audit all computer access records. Colleague Professor Park whispered in the hallway. Comrade Shin, be careful. Internal investigation coming. That night, our doorbell rang. Section Chief Lee from our floor. A party cadre who oversaw the neighborhood unit. Comrade Shin, may I come in? He smiled, but his eyes were cold. I hear research facility work is tough these days. You're working hard. Just doing my duty. Family comes first. Your daughter's lovely. Your wife's an excellent doctor. Chief Lee glanced around the living room and left. A warning. We were already under surveillance. That night, I told my son everything. We need to leave. My wife said nothing, just squeezed my hand tight. Tears fell. What about Soo-jin? We take her. We prepared for 3 days. Gathered money, packed minimal luggage. Told Soo-jin we were visiting grandmother in the countryside. The broker came through a patient's family member at my wife's hospital. Middle-aged man, barely spoke. September 18, 10 p.m. Freight yard west of Pyongyang Station. All 3 of you. How long? Lucky, 4 days. Unlucky. You don't make it. Cost? $5,000 to the middleman after reaching the south. Can't pay, it becomes debt. September 17, my last day at work. Cleaning my desk, looking at colleagues' faces. Thought of Chol-soo. I felt cowardly leaving without apologizing. Home. I held Soo Jin. She clutched her violin case. Dad, can I bring this? The case is too big. Just put rosin in your pocket. Soo Jin's eyes filled with tears, but she nodded. 10 p.m. We reached the freight yard near Pyongyang Station. Containers and coal cars everywhere. The broker flashed his flashlight signal. Here, quick. He pointed to a freight car. A coal transport train heading to Hamgyong province. We climbed inside. A small space between coal piles. Hold your breath even if it's hard. 2 checkpoints. One at Pyongyang outskirts, one at the provincial border. Water? None. Endured 12 hours. The train lurched forward. Coal dust scraped my throat. Soo Jin covered her mouth to suppress coughs. My son held our daughter tight. 4 hours later, the train stopped. First checkpoint. Soldiers' voices in the distance. Car 2, clear. Car 5, checking. Flashlight beams approached. Our car door creaked open. Verifying coal load. Check documents. A soldier poked the coal with a stick. We crouched beneath the pile. The stick grazed my shoulder. I clenched my teeth. Clear. The door closed. Train moved. I finally exhaled. Next morning, near Chongjin, we escaped the car. New broker. Young man, also silent. Truck from now. Hide under onion sacks. 6 hours to the border. The truck bed was filled with onion sacks. We squeezed between them. The onion smell was awful, but better than coal dust. 1 kilometer before the border checkpoint, the truck stopped. Lucky today. Smuggling bust ahead causing chaos. Other vehicles get lighter inspection. True enough, our truck passed with simple document check. But the real trial came next. Tumen River. September water was freezing. The broker pulled out an old rubber boat. Get in quick. Cross in 10 minutes. We boarded. The broker rowed. Midstream. Searchlights flashed from the North Korean side. Stop there. Loudspeaker blared. Then gunfire. Water sprayed. A bullet hit the boat's side. Air began leaking. Jump in. Swim. I pushed my son and Soo Jin into the water. We thrashed toward the Chinese bank. Searchlights swept the surface. More shots. A bullet whizzed past my ear. My feet touched bottom. We crawled into riverside reeds. Soaked. Soo Jin pale as death. But alive. Chinese soil. The broker took us to a basement in Yeonji. Hid there 1 week. Then traveled south with 3 other defectors in a cargo truck. Vietnam, Laos, Thailand. 2 months. November 2019. We arrived in Seoul. 3 months of education at Hanawan. Southern accent, lifestyle, social systems. Everything felt foreign. Hardest was Soo Jin. She couldn't adjust to her new school. Kids mocked her accent. Why do you talk like that? Are you North Korean? Soo Jin came home crying. Dad, why did we come here? I had no answer. Work was another problem. My credentials weren't recognized. Kim Il-sung University doctorate? Nobody here knew it. After retraining, I got a job at a small private research institute. Not physics, data analysis. My son attended classes for a nursing assistant certificate. Her medical career meant nothing in the South. Summer 2020, the NIS officer called. We made good use of the USB contents. High intelligence value. So, North Korean authorities issued a warrant for your family. Your mother and brother in Pyongyang. Reports say they faced punishment under guilt by association. I hung up, sat there stunned. Mother, brother, they'd never know what I'd done. Thought of Chol Soo. I couldn't save him. Now, because of me, more people suffered. Freedom? Is this freedom? I gained freedom, but carry the weight of those who fell behind me. Soo Jin recently started practicing violin again. Applying rosin to her bow, she asked, Dad, we did the right thing, didn't we? I couldn't answer. What would you have done? Would you have left with the USB, or stayed? If you could protect your family, is it okay for someone else to sacrifice? I'm no hero. I just chose, and the weight of that choice crushes me every night.